Laura Bentley 1327016. This is my diagnostic analysis of the recent simultaneous assessment scenario estate agents. I've been watching the clip, and upon reflection there is some areas that need improvement and also some areas that worked really well. It's important I reflect on these for my future career development. I'm going to focus on my use of preparation, my interpersonal skills, my vocabulary, style and language choices. I'll pick up on things both BSL to English and English to BSL. My preparation really helped with the fluidity of the process and also allowed me to know what to expect from the meeting. I also was able to research certain vocabulary terms such as stamp duty, conveyancing, warranty, and I had BSL explanations ready for these. I was familiar with the process of buying a house and what was included in that. However, there were some terms that came up that I wasn't prepared for. That included gazumping, property market, something I'd researched but hadn't established a sign for myself for that. Something I think would have really helped as extra preparation that I can take on board for future jobs is to actually go and experience an estate agent appointment for myself, as that's something I've never done myself and not familiar with. Interpersonal skills. I think generally my interpersonal skills are really successful and really help towards the fluidity of the whole process. The conversation at the beginning was questions back and to between myself and the deaf person and really allowed for that rapport building. In terms of improvements, I would say I need to make sure I know what I'm going to say to somebody who hasn't worked with a deaf person before, just make that process a little bit smoother and take more command of that. Also, at the end of a scenario or assignment, I need to take control and leave the scenario, leaving with a good impression of myself and a good professional attitude. In terms of vocab, style and language choices, there's quite a few examples throughout of both positive and negative in English to BSL and BSL to English. So English to BSL, there were some concepts that were said ahead of the game, for example. I felt that was a really successful translation, as ahead of the game is quite an English structure. Exciting times ahead, I did, again, not sticking too much to the English language. He explained, do you own a property? I said, like, own a flat or a house, instead of the word property. I think I have good use of non-manual features to reflect the tone of the estate agent as well. I think a lot of the personality does come through in my body language and my non-manual features. There was also the preparation I'd done on conveyancing, so I knew that it was conveyancing, it was a person and they were in control of the contract exchange. So that was a nicely, easily explained concept. Had I not done that research, I would have thought that a conveyancer was somebody who checked everything. Warranty was also a concept I explained, so I did warranty, and then I explained that it's the company's responsibility if there's any issues. So that was just a little bit of clarification, bit of cultural mediation. Although I did slip into SSE at some times in terms of structure, I think there was to do with my time lag, as I was clinging quite on to the English to try and make sure I got everything across, but that again comes down to nerves. The explanation of the process of buying a house, this was something I had researched, but I think I got so confused with where I labelled it all on my hands, because I started with 1 and then went to 2. That's something that I commonly do, and I think I need to just establish a way I'm going to number things. I got very lost in that. I was confused at the steps we were at. She would ask for some clarification. That was a very messy process. So there was the English sentence, long-term financial commitment. It took me quite a while to finally explain this, and then I did very much end up clinging on to the word commitment. What I went for was committed. So it didn't really work. It needed a bit more concept explanation. I should have probably just paused the speaker and explained that concept in full before carrying on. In terms of BSL to English, I think in general I reflected the signer quite well in terms of intonation in my voice. It was very natural sounding. However, there was a lot of sentences that I said that just weren't really well put together and weren't very cohesive. For example, I've been looking for a flat, having a look. Absolutely nothing, no. I think I've got enough deposit, just about, yeah. It's to do with my time lag, and I'm too much on top of the signer, which is meaning that I'm sticking to the signs and the structure of BSL rather than thinking and rendering that into English language. So overall, after reviewing both the positive and negative aspects of the assignment, I think in general it was quite a successful interpretation.